Oh, happy Sunday and welcome into the stream. We already have football going on right now, but for the next hour or so, we're going to be placing a ton of bets. Looking at this is just one of those days where it's just so good to be a sports fan, especially if you're a sports bettor. Going to be breaking down some of my favorite strategies and processes, and what I specifically look for when I'm placing bets. And I'm utilizing the software and my OG, my best friend, OddsJam. I'm going to show you all the various different tools that we have and how I like to bet it, especially for today. We're going to focus heavily early on NFL Sunday, and we're going to look to rip through some of these player props that we have, some of the DFS sites. So we're going to start with DFSs first, as always, PrizePicks, Underdog, Better, and then we'll kind of rip into some of the other, go into some arbitrage, a little bit of EV, look for some anytime touchdowns. There's a lot of promotions going on by the sports books right now. We want to make sure we take full advantage of everything. So no time to waste. Let's kind of jump in. Also, let me know, guys, those of you just kind of just getting in right now, first and foremost, hopefully you're having an awesome Sunday. Would love to hear from you guys if any of you tailed the 3-pick NBA pick 6 slip I shared. We had a big cash there. With that boost was like $470 on a $50 slip. It was really, really good. So let's take a look at some PrizePicks. I got PrizePicks selected off here to the side. So I got some different things going on. I'm just looking to see if they have any boosts going on. And we're going to look for, let's go 3 minimum data points. We have NBA games starting later today, NHL games starting later today. We do have 2 NHL games that are about to start here in about an hour or so. So we'll look for some anytime goal scorers. But obviously, we have the Falcons and the Colts going on, playing right now. My TV, Wi-Fi is not connected to my TV right now. So I saw the Falcons were winning earlier by 1. Let me check the score to see kind of where we're at right now. At the moment, let's see if we like anything. Yeah, 14-13 Falcons at halftime. So I haven't watched any of the game yet, but let me know if anything big has happened. Eric, what's going on? Good morning to you. Dear, what's going on, man? Let's get those likes for her. Appreciate that, man. Billy C, thanks for the NHL picks. Hit a parlay that saved my night, Anton. Good to hear that. Yeah, so some of the plays, and then let's see. Steve, sharp money. I feel the props are killing me. But mains are 50-50. Appreciate you sharing that, Steve. Thanks, man. So yeah, yesterday was kind of a flip. We hit on Gustav Forsling on his over on the sharp money tool. If you watched yesterday's stream, Miro Heiskanen, that was one that we didn't even get a shot on goal. That was terrible. We're looking at some plays here for this. So it was a little tough. Let's focus a little bit right now at the moment on the NFL. It's a little too early for me, guys, to be betting NBA player props. Just too early in the day. David Montgomery, under 12. This seems to be okay on PrizePicks. Jaylen Warren, not really. It's not all that great. But yeah, the sharp money tool I think yesterday was pretty 50-50 for me. Just in terms of finding plays. But I feel like overall I'm slightly up, but again, I still have to look at those numbers and pull that data so I can share that with you guys. But let me know if anything worked out well for you in your favor, or if any NHL goal scores was hitting. Obviously, because of the stream today, most of the games are going on around 7 p.m. Eastern in the NHL. My Penguins play at 2 p.m. Eastern, and then there's another game that's happening early this morning. So there's 2 games that we'll take a look at. Yeah, Blackhawks and Detroit, Chicago-Detroit, that's at 1 p.m. Eastern. And then the Kings and the Penguins, and then we don't have anything else until 7 p.m. Eastern. Kind of the same, guys, with the NBA. We have a lot of games starting at 6 p.m. Eastern today. Amon-Ra under 7.5 catches. So this is normally, guys, when it comes to the NFL, I don't put a ton of stock into FanDuel. I like betting FanDuel when it comes to NFL, at least for pregame. So I like this Amon-Ra play. And like I mentioned earlier, David Montgomery, I like it, though. I don't know if they might think this is like correlation, though it's kind of negative correlation if you have the under on rushing attempts, the under on catches. But to be very honest with you guys, it's difficult to kind of cook up a slip. Let's go over the sharp money tool. And let's go through and let's look at, let's clear out everything. Let me just go to sports books. And let's just look at PrizePicks here for the moment. What do we have? So Amon-Ra, the under. This is another sharp money tool recommendation. Tyrone Tracy. Somebody wants this at minus 118. Obviously, on a three-man slip, we get it minus 122. Ken Walker. It's not enough money for me. So this is, we're really, the only play I really like is Amon-Ra. The rest of these plays, the liquidity is way too low in the sharp money tool. And I already like the Amon-Ra play just from the numbers itself. Guys, I don't really have much here to share with you in terms of PrizePicks. I'm just going to move on to underdog. I mean, a lot of times, guys, when we're building these slips, we're building, for NFL, we're building these earlier, later in the week. But right now, there just isn't much. 3 pick entries over on underdog. If I take this up to 3, cool. Again, fantasy scores, guys, if you're new to the stream, first and foremost, or if you're just tuning in right now, welcome in. Happy Sunday to you. The fantasy scores are graded differently by each book, and so it's really hard to know which book puts more emphasis on what category. So, and I know this page is going to get flooded with NBA player props. This Mitchell Robinson play looks really good, though I said I really don't want to bet too many NBA player props at the moment, but that Mitchell Robinson play looks excellent. Sterling Shepard, under 3.5 catches. I like this a lot, okay. Passing attempts. Caleb. It's okay. I'm all right with it. Shepard under. Caleb Williams under on his passing attempts. What about the sharp money tool? Can we finish this off? Yeah, not enough money. Not enough money there. Okay, then we're just going to have to finish this off on the optimizer to figure out what's what. I'm over here on underdog here at the moment. So let me pull this up with Caleb, under 30.5 pass attempts. We talked about how we really like Sterling Shepard. Under 3.5 catches. And I lean very heavily on Pinnacle here. The over 27.5 passing attempts, it's kind of mid. I don't really like that. Ooh, Austin Hooper, under receiving yards. Let's go Austin Hooper, under on his receiving yards. Again, guys, this is a 3-leg parlay. Don't go bananas on this. Did they already nerf this? Because I'm seeing a different payout now. Austin Hooper's fine. Which one's not fine? No, Sterling's fine. I mean, I don't see the correlation with Sterling Shepard under receptions and Austin Hooper, who plays for the other team, under on receiving yards. But we're being penalized by underdog for that type of combination. So instead, we'll take Mac Jones. We'll remove Hooper because I like the Sterling Shepard play more. And we'll take Mac Jones under on his passing yards. So a lot of unders here. Sterling Shepard's inactive, so we can take Austin Hooper now instead. Okay. I'll share this link with you guys, then we'll go over and jump over to Better. There we go. I don't love these plays. These plays are okay. So I'd put like a quarter of a unit on these plays, guys. What's going on, Dan? Steven, from the unit size, it's always based off of to win 100. So one thing that I always put up right here is I'll kind of share this with you guys. This is from, I already dropped the card today, guys, for the NFL player props. I'll be dropping NHL and NBA later. We had a great day yesterday in the Dub Club. We made 4 units yesterday. It was a strong day. So this is what I always put in my notes. Might be a little hard to see. See if I can expand this a little bit more. So here we go. I always type this. So if you're in my Dub Club, guys, or thinking about joining, this is always at the top as a disclaimer. So we're always looking to bet a unit. So figure out a unit. 1 unit would be 1% of your bankroll, or 1% that you're willing to wager, right? I try to keep it really simple in the Dub Club. So if we're playing something that's at minus 125, you're putting up 125 to win 100, assuming that 1 unit to use $100. If it's a plus 250 play, you're putting up $40 to make $100. So Just think of it as in terms of to win 1 unit. That's what we're always looking at in the Dub Club. And yesterday, if you followed those recommendations and tailed all the plays, we made 4 units yesterday. It was a very good day. Had some good NBA plays. College football was decent. Wasn't, I would say, one sport that really shined yesterday. They were just all a collective force. So as of now, guys, the card is already dropped. And I did drop the play for underdog. Awesome. The card is already dropped for the NFL. If you want to check out the different packages I have. Again, if you try a 1-month or 3-month subscription, you will receive 3 days for free as a trial just to test it out. So you can't lose. Doesn't cost you anything. If you cancel before the trial ends, it literally just got a bunch of free picks. So not that that doesn't help me, but I understand if you're trying to get as much value as you can. That's what it's all about. If we go over to Better, take a look. But we had a strong day yesterday and look to keep it going today. The NBA and NHL card will come out later today. I did drop one NHL goal scorer play for the early games. There's only 2 games going on. I dropped one of those, so check that out. Ken, appreciate you saying that. With Dub Club, a lot of the odds change by the time that I get them. I know that I provide a range for you guys, but if that range isn't enough, definitely let me know. So in terms of, I try to drop plays, guys, where I tell you, hey, you can bet it here right now, or you could bet it within this range. I don't bet any of my plays until I send the card out. Once the card's out, then I go ahead and bet my stuff because I don't want to try to move anything. Not that I think that I move markets, but it could be. But if the range isn't sufficient, then let me know, right? That's where your feedback here, guys. Either email me or DM me if you are in Dub Club so that I can try to find plays that have a wider range so that you can actually grab them. But it's good feedback. Thank you, Ken. I appreciate that. I don't do, Vanessa, yeah, I would say I try to find, I don't do as many sweepstakes books. It's not because I don't want to. I just try to find the popular books where a lot of people can play them at. But I do put plays out there on Props Builder. So if you use Props Builder, I use Props Builder. I throw that out there. But I understand if you're a rebet user, you have to then play it in a parlay. If we're looking at some underdog slips, and feel free, you guys, to ask any and all questions. I like this play on Daniel Jones. This is live. But it looks really good. But appreciate any and all questions that you have about Dub Club, guys. Obviously, I launched it on Tuesday of last week. And so we've had a strong start thus far. And it's something that I wanted to offer you guys. For those of you that, A, the software here at OddsJam or any software is just a little too expensive. B, you don't really have the time to really get into it all and jump into these various different plays. This Michael Porter play looks decent, but not very good to FanDuel. So try to provide some different options for you guys based on what's going on. Let's see. Let me catch up to everyone. Chat's popping off. I think I'm staying away from USC. Good to hear that, Dan. Or I'm sorry. Good to hear that, Ken. Appreciate it, Wade. Ken, so if the odds are above the range. So, no, basically, Ken, the idea here is, you can stay away. The idea is to try to give you a best practice. So if I go to a play we look at like yesterday's card. So the idea here, so like this play on the Cavs, you play it to minus 150. You can have it at minus 150 at FanDuel, or you can play this to minus 160, right? Some plays, there's not as much range, right? This Mavs-Wizards play, there isn't a ton of range. Right, but then there's other plays where I try to give a little more range. Cooper Flag under 7.5 rebounds at minus 108. We went 50-50 yesterday, 1-2, lost 2 on the player props. Play this to minus 125. Same with Royce O'Neal. You can get this at minus 130. Play this to minus 160. So some plays have a little bit more of a range than others. We cashed on Royce O'Neal and Cooper Flag. We lost P.J. Washington and Brandon Ingram. So the same thing with all these guys. I try to provide a decent range. But I can try to find plays that have a wider range because I understand if by the time you get the card, you see it. And if you see it, especially if you're receiving the card within like 10 to 15 minutes of trying to bet these, if they move, then I'll make sure to try to find plays that have a wider range. Because the idea here, guys, is that we want to make sure that we find profitable plays that also a wide range of people can bet, right? That's kind of the idea definitely behind it. Better on 3 picks. Obviously, this is elite on Michael Porter over here on Pinnacle, but it's not yet to FanDuel, and this game doesn't start for quite some time, so I'd like to stay away from that. Kerr asks, good morning, Billy. I noticed the odds view screen will show different odds in the line histories there. Notice the odds view screen. So, Kerr, I'm guessing you're asking about like if we pull the play up, that line history, it looks a little different. You might have to, if you can, I tell you what, Kerr, if you can, because we can take this offline, just DM me. So you can send me some pictures of maybe what, if you could send me that or email, you can send me an email. Send me an email. If you find an example where you have some of those photos, you can kind of send me, then I can kind of break it down for you a little bit better. Let's take a look at Fliff. Didn't really like anything on better guys. Again, it's just too early for me betting NBA. Obviously, if I like a slip later today, I'll tweet it out. I'll share the link with you guys. Yeah, this play on Liberty minus 8.5. College hoops. This looks really good. Pinnacle's at minus 106, plus 120 on Fliff. That's a smash. That's a unit and a half, maybe 2 units. Maybe a 2-unit play here. Though it's still early in the college basketball season, so still tread softly, guys, but I don't mind that. If we go with anything more for unit points, if I try to go to 4. Yeah, not much. Leon Edwards, again, this is for UFC next weekend, but Pinnacle and BetOnline have the same odds. I would definitely bet this on Fliff if you want to get some early action down there. Today, Stars Kraken on the money line. Stars plus 1.5. That's too juicy for me, so we'll keep it moving. Let's look at DraftKings pick 6. We'll look at Dabble, and we'll look, and then we'll move on. Yeah, pick 6. If I'm looking for anything NFL related, let's see what we have. Long shot tutties, Bia. Yeah, I saw one earlier in the Sharp Money tool for Sean Tucker. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, long shot. Looks like it was good value on DraftKings. Can't remember the odds range. It was like in the plus 470s. Over plus 400, I know that. Sean Tucker would be a long shot tutty that I just remember seeing from the Sharp Money tool earlier. If you want to check that one out. Yeah, I don't. Devon Achane, it's a wide range. So 68.5 looks decent. I don't really like too much of this. It's just not my cup of tea today. I'll move on over to Dabble. Just not my cup of tea with what I'm seeing at the moment. Dabble 3-man entries. Obviously, I put three different data points up. Jaw, this looks decent at the moment. This Jaw plays okay. If you wanted to play some NBA plays, guys, I'm okay with these 3 plays. I don't love them. They're just kind of meh to me. Pajemski looks decent. The Cade Cunningham play. I mean, Pinnacle and FanDuel just have different opinions here, so I don't really. Yeah. So I'm not in love with any of these plays, and I'm not saying that they won't hit. It's just like if you're looking to put a slip together, I'd maybe just wait a little bit longer. If we drop this to 2 minimum data points, yeah, it's all NBA. It's all NBA. Let's go over the Sharp Money tool. Well, let's show arbitrage. For those of you that are just not looking to have to take on any risk at all, and you want to day trade these sports books, by all means, arbitrage betting is incredible. You can find some opportunities right now. There's a lot of purple up here, which means there's a lot of Hard Rock, which not everyone has access to Hard Rock. No Hard Rock, no problem. Passing yards for Caleb Williams, Kalshi. There's only $95 here, ESPN. Right, you could hit this one up. Different Kalshi plays. Yeah, looks like first half money line today. Remember, there can be a push here, but this is Italian basketball, right? I don't know how many. I mean, while this game starts in less than 2 hours, I just don't know how many people are betting Italian basketball. Falcons had a field goal. Looks like on the end of their drive. Zane Gonzalez good from 43 yards. 17-13 Falcons. Obviously, as a Steelers fan, I'm pulling for the Falcons to win this one. Anything to hurt the AFC. Let's go Falcons, ATL. But, if we're looking for specific sports, this would be a great time to kind of focus just on the NFL, right? Because we have a lot going on. with the NFL and just kind of look at player props, main markets. I don't mess around with alt markets. And so for the NFL, this is where you could say, yo, Fanatics and No Vig. This looks really good. ESPN bet and Kalshi. Looks like Kalshi's providing guys. This is nice to see, by the way. Anyone that's on Kalshi, if you're not, maybe get on there because this is a nice little way. If we could arb these, Tyrone Tracy, Jalen Waddle, obviously DraftKings or Onyx. You could hit this up. Drake May. These are some longer shot plays, but Kalshi's providing some value here. You know, another trade predictions market, guys, that you can't get limited on. And then we have some lower tier arbs. A little disappointing, but obviously football doesn't really start for if you wait another 30, 40 minutes, you might find some opportunities. Just making sure I'm kind of catching up to all the questions and things here in the chat. Appreciate you guys popping off here in the chat. And obviously appreciate you guys spending your time with me this Sunday as we're looking through some plays. We're going to look for some anytime goal scores, look for some anytime touchdown scores. Obviously, the goal and the idea of these streams, guys, is not only to teach you how to use the software. Okay, if you use other softwares, you know, obviously hurts my feelings a little bit. I love OddsJam, but it's okay. The idea is, though, whatever software that you are using to show you how you can utilize it. They're all very similar. They all have the same tools. You know, all of these softwares have the same strategies because all these strategies are the ones that work. They make you money. So for middle betting right now, this David Montgomery play looks really, really good. And I love going after middle bets that have an odds range of this, right? So if he lands on 10 rushing yards in the first quarter exactly, then we cash the under on FanDuel, cash the over on Hard Rock. Man, we're looking really good. So some first quarter props popping up between Hard Rock and some various sports books. Indiana and Marquette, FanDuel, DraftKings, you know, if Indiana wins this basketball game by 12 points exactly, you're going to cash the plus 12.5 on DraftKings and the minus 11.5 on FanDuel. So this is awesome, right? This is where you're going to make money no matter what happens. And on these types of plays, this is where I would load up, literally load up because it's low risk. 500 here, 130 here, we're making $4. And everyone's like, who cares, Billy? But if Indiana wins by 12, then you're going to make over $630 in profit. So it's literally, if you execute this correctly, it's no risk, it's high reward. Middle betting should be a part of your repertoire, guys, here and there. One thing I would recommend, if you don't want to go after player props, you can stick to alt markets and main markets. Maybe just make this a 0%. That means you're only going to show plays that have a positive percentage. Like this is one I'd smash. This game's going to start soon. Now, a 12-point winning by 12, especially in football, doesn't happen very often, right? But this is one between ESPN Bet and Hard Rock where I can load up, right? I mean, if you wanted to bet $10,000, you could do it, right? Because this is point spreads in the NFL. Now, you might not be able to get that money down on ESPN Bet, but I'd bet this close to the max on ESPN. If ESPN lets you bet $1,000, you know, you could bet a lot. So I understand you don't want to tie all your money up, but these would be plays I would definitely max this out. And while, you know, you're only going to make a small profit, you have a chance to cash both bets. That's what we like. Here, there's a chance it pushes because if the Ravens win by 12, then you get your money back on Hard Rock. So I'd much rather go after the one where we can win both bets. But it's literally no risk and it's very high reward. Over on the Sharp Money tool, let's take a look at, and for those of you, you know, I know that we have some NHL and NBA early, but I'm going to showcase that with the NFL on the Sharp Money tool because, you know, just because I don't want to bet the NBA right now doesn't mean you don't want to bet it. So let's take a look at this, and we'll also pull up the NHL. And no offense to any footy fans, I'm just not going to have any soccer plays up at the moment. All right, so alt markets, main markets, we'll keep these up. I'll get rid of the alt markets. And let's go for a pinnacle limit of, let's go 250. I want high liquidity, though. I want like, I don't know, $1,000. Let's go a little more than 1,000. Let's go 2,000. Can't type. What's going on, Ron? Saints fan, good morning. Rick, good morning to you. All right, so if we kind of focus first on player props. Too high liquidity? That's fine. We got to select all the books first, Billy. Come on, buddy. Get with it. Okay. So, like, here's a play on Cedric Tillman. This play on Cedric Tillman, I can't say that I really like all that much. Now, there's a lot of liquidity. Some people want it at plus 119, plus 115, plus 112, right? There's a decent amount of liquidity here in the plus 112 to plus 119 range. if you can get this at plus 120 on the under 2.5 receptions, he plays for Cleveland, over at Sportsino, that's great. The problem here is that there's not many sports books other than maybe Bet Rivers that's offering plus odds on this play that's at like plus 110, plus 120. So this is just an EV play in general on its own, Cedric Tillman under at this price, right? It's not EV at minus 102. So I would stay away from this one. Someone asked earlier for the long shot touchdown, De'Ami Brown, Jaguars, Texans, plus 500 odds. People want this at someone wants it at plus 502 for 4K. Guys, this is a lot of money on an anytime touchdown score. So what I would say is DraftKings, FanDuel, Props Builder, Onyx, more than happy to throw a little sprinkle. Throw a little sprinkle down. And I'm still logged in. I got a 30% boost. Unfortunately, though, it's for the Falcons-Colts game. We got a 25% same game parlay boost. So, of course, these are parlay boosts on FanDuel. Let me take a look at DraftKings really quick to see if there's they offer any kind of touchdown boost, because this is the kind of play I want to put my touchdown boost on, right? If we can get a 25% or 30% profit boost, throw it on De'Ami Brown and a long shot already, then, bro, I love it. The problem is most sports books want you to bet parlays. So there is a touchdown parlay 30% boost on any three-leg scores. So here's what I will say. If we can find some other plays on DraftKings that are touchdown scores, then I'm more than happy to hit this up. So let me go over here and let me pull up my anytime TDs. And then let's specifically look just for DraftKings. Okay, no results. I was hoping there was going to be some results. Let's look at FanDuel. Let's just select all the books and see what we have. 10 results. A lot of unders, guys. I don't bet unders. Let me type over here so I can just filter. No overs. These are all unders. Again, guys, I'm not saying you can't make money. Saquon looked decent. Okay. Let me set this range for today. Didn't mean to do the next 7 days. These are all unders. Quinshon Judkins isn't over. This is on Profit X. Okay, it's minus 125 on DraftKings. That's not bad. But again, I kind of just want to straight bet this play on De'Ami Brown. I don't really want to have to put this in a parlay. I'm fine putting it in a parlay in a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead over to DraftKings right now. I'm already logged in there. So we're going to go TD scores. And where's he at? Bingo. And again, guys, I'm not going to wager a ton of money here. See if I can just throw this in for like $25. All right, so we're in for De'Ami. That's a long shot play. If you want to bet more on it, you can, but I'm just going to take it as is and just go there. Now, if we wanted to cook up that parlay, I would say De'Ami Brown. I would definitely say Quinshon Judkins. I guess just update it now, OddsJam. Okay. Who else? Any other overs? No other overs, so that sucks. And update this now, please. Who else do we have? What about the Shepard play? Sterling Shepard. This is plus 390 on DraftKings, guys. A lot of people want this on ESPN Bet. So obviously the boost is going to make it solid. So Tampa and New England. So we got a long shot play here, right? Like De'Ami Brown and Sterling Shepard are definite long shots. But we get the boost, which is good. And it's a $25 max wager. And so this is a crazy one, right? This is our long shot play of the day. We put our touchdown boost on this. And so there we go. There's the picks. So we're getting paid out of plus 67.50. De'Ami Brown, Quinshon Judkins, Sterling Shepard. This is crazy. All these guys are playing today, right now on the early slate of games. So that's what I'm going to rock for my DraftKings parlay boost. And I'll add that here at some point. So yeah, I don't have the time right now to kind of go through it all. So I won't do it. And again, guys, normally I'll track some parlays here on my on my tool here, right? We'll just do it this way. It's a little bit better. on OddsJam, but I typically like to use just Pickett for like all my parlays and DFS stuff. All right, so there's a couple long shot plays. Looking at some other things. Aaron Jones, under on his rushing yards. Can we just? This is getting a little old. This is getting a little old here, OddsJam. Aaron Jones under on his rushing yards. Circa has it at -110. Circa's a very sharp sports book. Somebody wants $2,400 at -111, but we can't really get this anywhere else, guys. So if you live in a state that has Circa, pretty sure Missouri, maybe Kentucky, maybe Ohio. I think if Irish is on stream, he would tell me. But this is fine. I'm okay betting into a sharp book. That doesn't bother me because I like that liquidity. Ibuka, under on his catches at -105. Again, no other sports books offering odds like this, guys. So it's a SportsZeno only play. Don't like that. Parker Washington, under on his catches. Someone has $2,900. They want this at -122. But again, you can get this at Kalshi. All right, it's okay on Camby, Bet Rivers. It's decent. Judkins Shepherd Brown, that's correct, Trent. That's correct, man. How do you add parlays to the bet tracker, Josh? It's a great question, and I'm more than happy to show you how to do it. It takes a lot of time. So essentially, if you're trying to do what I'm trying to do, you would have to pull up a separate screen. You'd have to go to sports. You'd have to go to NFL, okay, because you can't do it on the EV tool because all the plays have to be on the EV tool. So you'd have to come over here and click in the Jaguars game and type in player touchdowns, right? And then you go to player touchdowns, and then you go to Diami Brown. You got to click the plus sign, right? This says add to parlay right here. So you have to do this. So you have to go game by game for every game and add this for every single player, right? And then the other one was who? The Bucks, right? And apologies to OGs and DGens. I know this question's been asked plenty of times, but obviously if you're new to the stream or if you just don't know, obviously want to show you how you do it. So then what you do is you come over there, you add them all over, and then over here on the top right-hand side, they're all right here, and you put your $25 in, click the plus sign, and that's how you do it. So hopefully that helps out. Let's get back over the Sharp Money tool and see what else we have cooking. So Parker Washington, yeah, don't like that. DraftKings, we talked about Sterling Shepard on touchdowns. Tua, passing attempts. Somebody wants this at -120 for $2,400. Appreciate that, Ron. Yeah, you can add them from the arbitrage tool. Really, every tool on OddsJam, low holds tool, guys, it's an option there to add to your parlay. Looks like the Colts have 1st and 10 at their own 13. I should probably pull this up on my phone so I can watch it off to the side here. Yeah, we'll put this on my phone and put this down. All right, there we go. Oh, they're almost at midfield. Forgot that Sauce Gardner's making his debut for the Colts. So -125 on ESPN Bet. I would bet this on ESPN Bet. I would bet this on props or on Bet Rivers. Props Builder and FanDuel, it's on the edge. I'd say maybe over on FanDuel, right? I'm okay with that one. So we got some long shot touchdowns here, guys. If you don't want this, you can obviously curtail your odds to a certain range. Pinnacle's taking $1,000 here, but someone wants Michael Wilson under on his receiving yards. Michael Wilson under 30.5 receiving yards. Someone wants this at -110. You can get this on FanDuel or ESPN Bet. It's only $2K. Pinnacle's taking $1,000 because this game's later today. It's obviously more than twice the amount. It's okay. It's all right. Obviously, we know that Jacoby Brissett is going to be starting. So I'm going to come over here to FanDuel. I'll make a sprinkle on this one. Probably put this in for like a half unit. Colts have the ball at their own, looks like 23-yard line. Jonathan Taylor picks up about 3 yards on the run. So we're looking at Michael Wilson. And we're going to move on to another portion here of the tool. Plays for the Cardinals. So I'll grab this right now for his receiving props at under 30.5 receiving yards. Just basically to make $100. So I'm going to go in for a 115 spot. Okay. Sorry, 112. Perfect. Nice pickup by Michael. Well, Pittman might be short of the sticks there. Provide some in-game commentary for those of you that don't mind it. Let's refresh the touchdowns again. A lot of unders. Again, if you can bet Judkins over, it's good at Fanatics. And, it's probably a small edge over here on DraftKings or ESPN Bet for him to get into the end zone. The rest, everything else is unders. Let's go and take a look at some anytime NHL goal scores at the moment. See if we have anything cooking. 2 results. These are very low edge plays. Brian Rust and Matthew Nyes. Again, there's going to be a lot more odds coming out later today, guys. But Brian Rust of the Penguins plays here in a little bit. Yeah, this is barely an edge on Circa. If you have any kind of boost on FanDuel, then I would throw it on there. But looks like FanDuel's completely forgotten about hockey today. It's just basketball and football, which is not surprising. 2nd and 12 for the Colts. Is Daniel Jones? I mean, listen, we know about these kind of unders. We'll kind of keep an eye on this as well for live betting some unders. Is Daniel Jones kind of reverting back to his old self? We'll have to see. Good run, though, by Taylor there. Let's take a look now at let's kind of pull up some generals. We'll look for some NFL player props. Pull these up. Date ranges for today. DVIG settings, my favorite. Worst case. We'll still stick with Pinnacle at the moment. The custom EV formula, guys, just takes a little too long for the live stream purposes to kind of create. We'll go back to those. Hopefully, if it picks up, we'll do it down the road. And let's go like a minus. Let's keep this at a minus 150. Can't type. 2, let's go a plus 130 range. Let's kind of tighten this bad boy up a little bit. Got all the books showing. Here's what we got. Okay. Even if you're limited on Fanatics, guys, I would highly recommend to still go over there and place some bets. You can have a good time. Ron needs a Pittman touchdown. Well, Colts are driving, man. 2nd and 7. 6.5 left in the third. They're basically at midfield. So hopefully that can help happen for you, man. So the Tyrone Tracy play, this is a Fanatics only play, but still, bet whichever you can. If you have Caesars at minus 118, again, you can just click in the calculator here, guys. It's a 1.5% edge. I'd probably stay away. It's just a little too low. Again, if you want to try OddsJam 1 week for free and then save 35% off your first month after your 1 week trial ends, use code Billy35. Let's go over one a little more popular. Rashad Bateman, over on his receiving yards. Vikings, Ravens. Pinnacle's been chilling down here for a bit, but they just moved quite a bit. A little movement. Sorry. 4-cent movement from minus 131 to minus 135. DraftKings Onyx. I'm still in over here on DraftKings. So I'll make a play over on Bateman. Am I going to wager $420? Probably not. But receiving props and Bateman is where? There he is. You want to make sure you go to his over-unders, guys. DraftKings loves to just throw this up at you. Looks like they just moved. Shit. No, it's at minus 112. But it's at 28.5, not 27.5. That 1 yard difference, guys, could make or break a win or a loss. Too slow. It's not over on Onyx anymore, so we'll just hide this bet. Colts are now almost in the red zone here. But they're going to have a critical 3rd down coming up. By the way, guys, just watching the Steelers-Colts game last week, Shane Steichen was going for it at all costs. So if they don't pick up this 3rd down, I would highly expect they go for it. Kamara, can we get this anywhere else? Over on DraftKings, obviously we can get on Hard Rock, but excuse me. Minus 113 odds is just over a 2% edge. It's okay. It's not ideal, but it's okay if you want to get this on DraftKings. 3rd and 3, Jones in the gun. They're sitting at their own 21-yard line. Hand off to Jonathan Taylor. Looks like he picked it up. He's going to be real close. We talked about this Austin Hooper play. We liked it a lot. Xavier Legette, over 24.5 receiving yards. You can get this at FanDuel or DraftKings. Pinnacle. Okay, so this is an example of something I don't like to see. Now, granted, this was about 15 hours ago, but like DraftKings moved. Let's add in. Where's FanDuel at? Can we see if FanDuel moved at all? Because I don't like seeing. Oh, it's 4th and 1. He came up short. They are going for it. Son of a gun. Waiting forever for this to get loaded. They pick it up. Okay. So, yeah, FanDuel was doing the same thing. So this is one where, like, while Pinnacle's just staying steadfast in the minus 174, I don't like the movement from the rec books. Jacoby Brissett over on his passing attempts. Cardinals, Seahawks. If you think the Seahawks are going to blow out the Cardinals, it could be a case where Brissett's going to throw the ball a lot. Look at this, though. Pinnacle just moved. We like seeing this. This is an indicator of something I like. Minus 115 to minus 127. That's a good movement. Go over to FanDuel, bet the over 35.5 passing attempts. Jacoby Brissett over 35.5. He plays for quarterback for the Arizona Cardinals. I mean, do we see Kyler make any kind of appearance in this game? Possibly, but possibly not. Remember, this is his passing attempts, not completions. What's the max that I can wager over here? $500. That's actually really good. We're going to go in for a $250 spot here based off that movement. There we go, $250. And according to Pinnacle, this is a very solid play. Could have bet the 300. I'll take a little bit less just in case the odds, Pinnacle's odds move against us. In the red zone, Ron, we need Pittman. Jones back to pass, searching. He's going to take off and run, and it's going to be probably a 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5. Ho. Let's go, man. Let's go, Ron. Let's get some money, brother. These Profit X plays. Jordan Addison, not enough liquidity on Profit X. Bet it. Abuka, bet this. Over 5.5 catches. Sam Darnold, $1,600 here. That's a little worry. Bet the Herbert play. Bet the Breece Hall play. But this Sam Darnold play, a little high. I do have Alec Pierce on my fantasy team. I know that no one cares. But, if we can't get Pittman the touchdown, can we get Alec Pierce then the touchdown? 3rd and 6 from the 10. If they don't get this, guys, it's probably a field goal. Just depends on where they go. Jones back to pass. He's going to take off and run. Takes a shot. It's going to be about a 4th and a long 1, maybe 4th and 2. If Steikens went for it at this point, looks like the offense is staying out in the field. Ho. Got some drama. Let's go. I mean, it would make it a 17-16 game. I mean, but I understand that if the Falcons go down and kick a field goal, it's still a 7-point game. Man, the cojones on Steichen right here. Ending the end of the third quarter, we got 4th and 2. This is a long 2. Pittman's on the field, though. That's the good news. Snaps the ball. It's a shovel pass to Jonathan Taylor. Doesn't pick it up. Wow, the brilliance of Shane Steichen. Stay hot, Shane. Stay hot. Colts fans. Still got plenty of time in the game, but Jeff Ulbricht's defense stands tall. So this is a play I love over here on Jacoby Brissett. Let's do another refresh. If anyone still has a Thrills account, you're getting better odds. I would smash this over on Nico Collins, my cousin. Grab this over 63.5. Christian McCaffrey on his receiving yards. There's a lot of money. It's $1,100 on Profit X. There's $1,000 Pinnacle's taking. So it's about the same in terms of the liquidity. But Pinnacle's been moving, guys. So if you have Profit X, take McCaffrey over on his receiving yards. I never mind that. It's the same amount of liquidity, but Pinnacle's been moving. I like that a lot. Drake May under on his passing touchdowns. This is a low hold. DraftKings is if you can get this on Fliff at plus 120, take this. Drake May under on his passing touchdowns. The guy's been playing great football. It's almost a 4% edge on Fliff. If I wanted to take this on maybe FanDuel or DraftKings, it's almost a 2% edge on DraftKings. Take this on No Vega, plus 118 odds as well. Pinnacle's now taking $2,000 on this play. I don't mind a little sprinkle. I'm probably going to go over to DraftKings and sprinkle this. What a surprise. I'm betting the unders. Sportsbooks hate that. Looks like the Falcons with a big, nice completion there to Drake London get out of their own end, get a little bit more breathing room, closing in on their own 30-yard line. We're looking at the Patriots. Where the hell's the Patriots game? Oh, that's because you're literally on it, Billy. Wake up, kid. Passing touchdowns. Make sure that you go to the over-unders, guys. And I'll throw this in for $100. Like it, don't love it, because we're not getting as good of odds on DraftKings. Again, guys, for the OGs and DGens, they know this, but I just don't bet this just not to bet. I make sure I actually place the bets. So if you can appreciate that, definitely hit the subscribe button, give the video a like, send it to a friend. Let's take a look at some NBA player props. We'll also look at some NHL player props as well. I know it's early, guys. You know, we still need some injury news to come out. This play on Santi Aldama over 6.5 rebounds on Props Builder looks elite. While Pinnacle's only taking $250, this is an arb to Pinnacle. This is a crossed market. This is what Alex always preaches. Two sports books get crossed. Typically, mistakes are made. Maybe we're not going to get this to load. While it's a difference of opinion between these two books, I would always lean the fact that Pinnacle might be a little bit sharper. So I am over here already on Props Builder. We're looking at the rebounds. I will take this because it is an art. There are certain plays, guys, that I would go after. Ben Kindle over on points. To get a point, this is a Bovada play. It's really only available at Bovada, guys. You can see Bovada's just way off. This is their own player props, but if you can do this, Ben Kindle plays for the Penguins. Rookie stud. He's been playing really, really well for him to get a point against the Kings. So I'm looking at Santi, and I'm looking for him to get, 7 rebounds? Where's Memphis? Yeah, this is really good. What's the max wager size? $735 on BetDSI? Dude, I don't know if I can wager $500. I don't have the stones to do that. But I'll go in for a 250 spot. I just don't have the stones. Oh, they said I can't place the bet. It's probably because they screwed the odds up. Yeah, that's probably why. Okay, Miles Turner, Tari Eason, Jaden McDaniels. Miles Turner under on his points. Arb to Pinnacle. Bingo, all day long. Not great to FanDuel. But if you guys want to bet this, I'm not betting too many NBA player props. I'm just going to wait. Granted, this game is one of the earlier games that starts at 3:30 Eastern. But take a look at that. Tari Eason under on his points. Arb to Pinnacle. These are a couple plays on ESPN bet. Jaden McDaniels under on his threes. It's okay. It's all right. It's not ideal. Penix scrambling around just to throw that ball away. Appreciate that, Ron. Yeah, that was that's what we're saying. They just say you can't take the bet. If you guys haven't signed up with Props Builder, I know it's on Rebet, but guys, for a lot of the global sports books, BetOnline, Bovada, BetDSI, MyBookie, XBet, BUSR, BetUS, BetNow. I think that's enough books right now. BetDSI has it for pregame. Jazz Sports has Props Builder for pregame. Props Builder is, oh my God, it's an easy book to make money on. Live betting, pregame betting, I'm a huge fan of going after them, so check them out. Mark Scheifele plays for the Jets, over 2.5 shots on goal. This is almost a low hold to Pinnacle. Plus 135, Ballybet, Bet Rivers. Again, Pinnacle's not taking a lot of money on these props, but it's a really, really, really good price. Jets and the Ducks. So we have a big 3rd and 10 coming up as we are into the fourth quarter. 4-point game. Oh, look at this. This is what we like to see. Penix trying to dance around the pocket. Yeah, bro. Doesn't look good for you. Pinnacle just dropped off a cliff. This is the kind of movement we want to see. You can see FanDuel moved and then Pinnacle moved. Pinnacle was at plus 138. They're now plus 103. So when you can pick off, now again, this game doesn't start until 10 o'clock Eastern tonight. So for account health purposes, this is not a great play, even though you are betting on an over. But as you can see, Bet Rivers just moved as well. Oh, look, everything just moved. But it is a great bet to make just in general because you'll make a lot of money. It's very plus EV, right? Yeah, we got a lot going on. A lot happening. Appreciate you guys hanging out, tuning in. Really good, decent return here from the Colts. Oh, wow. Dude keeps going. He gets across the 50. Who the hell's number 2? Is that Josh Downs? I don't know who number 2 is for the Colts. Dude Josh Downs. Boy's got some wheels on him. It looked like, literally watching him with this return, looked like he hit the turbo button in Madden. And he just had some jets. Zaire Williams over 8.5 points. or however you say my man's name. Low hold, again, really good play. Again, if you want to go after this on FanDuel as well, I don't mind it. It's better at ESPN Bet. Looks like the load, it's not loading up. But we have a lot of great NBA player props. I could spend an entire stream going through player props. Let's reset to see if there's any touchdown scores at the moment that are popping up. Anything on the over. A lot of unders. Just Quinshawn. Obviously, we talked about Saquon. That's going to be probably a decent play, Fanatics, but he doesn't play until tomorrow. Quinshawn, no VIG. I'm fine with this. It moved on DraftKings, guys. If you would have tailed the boost earlier, we got it at like plus 125. It moved to minus 135. Also, not bad over at ProfitX. Higher liquidity, but I'm still okay with that. Still all right with it. So, nice. Anytime goal scores. What do we got? Austin Matthews. Low edge, but God, I love betting on Austin Matthews. This was a play I gave out yesterday for Dub Club. He didn't cash playing the Bruins. Against Carolina, against a low edge. It's 1% basically, but it looks, normally I'm going after plays that are 2% or above, so I will stay away from this right now, though Pinnacle just moved ever so slightly, just 2 cents. I'll stay away from this play, but if you guys want to go after Austin Matthews, you have my blessing. I don't mind that. Let's go back over to the Sharp Money tool. What else do we have? Dude, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. You can't make me bet on this guy anymore, guys. I'm not betting on this guy. This guy he's no good. He's no good. You never cash your overs when I bet you, bro. I'm not doing it again. Mason Marchment. If you guys don't know, I have my angel and my devil in the NHL. My angel, my saving grace, Morgan Geekie of the Boston Bruins. Bro, love you. My devil that I can never win. Dude's the worst. This guy right here, Mason Marchment. I'm not doing it. And guess what, guys? Since I'm not betting him, he's probably going to have like 30 shots on goal tonight. I'm not doing it. There you go, Ron. Appreciate you sharing that. Yeah, from Edge Zone. You can bet him, guys. I'm not touching him just because I don't like the guy. Can't do it. De'Ami Brown. By the way, guess what? We bet this, I think, at plus 500 odds over on DraftKings. Once again, securing CLV. Yeah, he's now a plus 450. We bet him at plus 500 earlier. Great bet. Great bet. Okay. Talked about Cedric Tillman. Demario Douglas. Under 3.5 catches. This is really just a Sports Zeno play. Heiskanen. Over 2.5 shots on goal. Once again, my guy Miro. I like Miro. He hasn't cashed for me too often. But someone's got $3,400 and they want this at plus 128 odds. He didn't shoot the puck at all yesterday. So, again, I'll tread softly on Miro Heiskanen. This game isn't until later. Stars and the Kraken. Looks like, no, Props Builder already moved, dude. They're at minus. They're at plus 114 now. Not nearly as good, though. They just moved a ton. You can get this at DraftKings, though. You can get this at ESPN Bet, Hard Rock. Bovada is giving you a better price. Unfortunately, Props Builder just moved a ton. So, damn, I am super, super hungry right now, too. My stomach is making all kind of noises. Plus 126 on DraftKings. Again, this game doesn't start until 5, but somebody really wants him at plus 127, and you can tail that very similarly over on DraftKings and ESPN Bet. Colts have the ball. They're driving again. Big run from Jonathan Taylor. Almost gets a first down. They're inside the red zone. Here we go again, guys. Here we go again. Pittman, Pierce, what's happening? Brandon Cooks under 2.5 catches. Saints, Panthers. This game starts soon. DraftKings is with a great price. This might be a DraftKings only play. Yeah. Somebody wants this at minus 137. We can get that over there. Again, this game starts in like an hour. So I'm going to bet this over here right now on his catches. 2nd and 2. Hopefully you guys don't mind the commentary. At the 17-yard line. Handoff to Taylor. Gets stuffed. Maybe gets a yard. Forward progress puts him pretty close. It's going to be 3rd and short. Receiving props, Brandon Cooks, under 2.5 catches. We bet a lot of unders on these streams, guys. Again, tomorrow I'll be on at 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific. I'll go in for, it's basically profit $100, 150. I'm almost out of money on DraftKings. 3rd and 1. If they don't get it here, they're going for it. Tush push, pick it up. There we go. Brandon Cooks. Okay. We talked about the Michael Wilson play. Debo, under 5.5 catches. Okay. $2,000. Somebody wants it at plus 100 odds. You really can't get this anywhere else. You can get Sportzino, but I don't want to go anything. I don't want to go in the minus 110 range for Debo. A little too far for me. Drake May, anytime touchdown score. Another long shot here, guys. This is DraftKings ESPN bet. If you wanted to sprinkle something on Drake May to get it done with his legs, he's a young guy. He can run. I'll take a little sprinkle on this one. A little Drake May sprinkle. Let me throw 50 on him. Could do 25. But we'll do that over there. ESPN and DraftKings. So I'll throw 50 on Drake May. Probably should have put a little bit more on the De'Ami Brown play. But there we go. Love sprinkling some anytime TD scores. We talked about, DJ Moore under. This is a little lower on liquidity. $1,000, $1,500 basically. People want him at either minus 110 or minus 111. You can get this at ESPN Bet. Also can bet this over at FanDuel at minus 112. It's all right. I'll give it a go. Colts have the ball 2nd and 11. Man, this feels like a field goal to me. We got DJ Moore in the Bears-Giants game. Under 41.5 receiving yards. Okay. I'll go in for a 150 spot here. All right, guys, giving out some various different plays for some player props. Hopefully you guys are have a chance to tail some of these, right? And it's just because of the liquidity posted here. We talked about Austin Hooper. Well, Matt, it's a good question. Obviously, I'm pretty biased as a Steelers fan. I want the Vikings to beat the living shit out of the Ravens. That's an honest take. And I want every Ravens player to really sustain injuries that keep them out for multiple weeks. Real quick, 2nd and 16. Jones back to pass. Hits one of his tight ends. So it'll be like a 3rd and maybe 7. The Tampa-New England game's great. I would say I think the Ravens' defense is rounding into form. They're playing a lot better. I could see Baltimore definitely winning against Minnesota. I don't have a lot of faith in J.J. McCarthy. I think he stinks. He's young. He hasn't really seen much. He hasn't played much. So I'd go with Baltimore. And then honestly, I like both New England and Tampa. I'll probably lean on Tampa with Baker getting it done at the very end, but I could see New England winning the game. 3rd and 10, Jones steps up in the pocket. He's sacked. That's going to be a field goal. There we go. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you guys. If there's any team that you're getting my opinion on the AFC North that's not the Pittsburgh Steelers, I want everyone in their roster to have like the worst diarrhea or food poisoning and they can't play today. I don't want any like serious injuries for them, just like, maybe a hamstring pull for Lamar, a calf strain, something that they'll be able to recover from in a couple weeks, just not today. That's all. But any team that's playing the AFC North that's not the Steelers, I just want them to get the living piss beat out of them. That's basically how I feel. Field goal is up and good. 17-16. Falcons hold on to the lead. 9 minutes left in the 4th. It's going to be a tight one. And once again, I would say betting the unders on these, overseas games probably has been the play. Keep a mental note of that for next year, guys, because I think this is the last one. All right, guys, this is where I'm going to sign off right now. We'll refresh this once more. I'm going to sign off for today. I got to go make some brunch and get ready to lock it in. If you guys are on Dub Club, I will be giving out my NHL and NBA picks over the next couple hours, probably within the next 2 to 3 hours. You'll receive those plays. If you guys haven't, obviously check the link out in the chat where you can sign up for a 3-day free trial. I'm charging $19.99 a month. So, try it out for 3 days for free. See if you like it. Otherwise, guys, I know, man. I know you're a Maryland boy. Otherwise, guys, have an awesome day. Enjoy the football. Enjoy all the sports. So much sports going on. May all your bets win. May you have the greatest day of your betting lives today. Let's have a day today. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern. Take care.